Welcome back. LG Balakrishnan now is on our radar. Q4 was a mixed quarter for the company. The top line growth was about 16%. Profits expanded, but margins continue to be under pressure, down 100 basis points year on year. And that's why the stock is down about 2% as well. B Vijayakumar, the Chairman and Managing Director of LG Balakrishnan, joins us now to talk about that. Mr. Vijayakumar, thank you so much for joining us. You know, after 3 quarters of single-digit top-line growth, finally you've reached about 15-16%. But you have spoken about challenges as well in certain places like Europe in the past. So tell us, how is the situation on ground right now? And what kind of growth are you expecting in FY25 on the top line?
Expectation is different. We have to achieve a 10% growth every year. So that's what I've always maintained, that we will definitely do it and maintain the 10% growth.
Okay, so you are expecting to maintain the 10% growth, but by the end of FY24, you hit a 6.5% growth on the top line. Last time you spoke to us, you said that, you're lowering your growth rate from 10% to 7%, and you've achieved 6.5%. Now, going into FY25, you're saying 10% is a realistic target for you?
We will continue to strive towards 10%. We are at 7%. Maybe we'll finish 8% or 9%. But the important thing is to maintain the growth with the profitability.
Okay. And the number you had given was 2,600 to 2,800 crores of revenues by the end of FY25. Would you stick to that target?
2,500.
2,500 crores.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Hi, Mr. Vijayakumar, and hope you're in good health and good to see you in, sir. Numbers are improving as we approach Q4. And you're saying that you're striving for 10% growth. Now, the question I have to you is about your facility in Nagpur. It's been delayed a few times. There was heavy flooding as well. But the street is bracing for that getting commissioned. Has that facility got commissioned? Because that's the industrial chains unit. Has it got commissioned? And for FY25, FY26, what kind of revenues can you get just from the industrial chains?
From industrial chain, the current year, we have started with about 60 crores turnover. We will reach about 100-120 crores by the end of the year.
120 crores for this year?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and this 120 crores is included in this 2,500 crores of revenue guidance that you're giving us?
Yes, yes.
Got it. What does this mean in terms of margins then? You have said in the past that you would like to see margins scale up a little bit, but on a steady state basis, on an average for this year, what should it look like?
It's very difficult to project industrial growth because most of the industrial customers will be in Europe. And we have a lot of shipment problems and insurance increases, so it's not easy.
So we're not asking you for, I'm asking you for blended margins. For the company, what will it look like? Yes, there are challenges in Europe and industrial customers will come from there, but blended margins of the company would look like what?
Blended margin, we will continue to maintain about 17%.
Okay, continue to maintain 17%. Earlier, you had said the margin would be in the band of 19 to 20%. You don't think that is possible?
We've done 19% now, but looking at the future, I want to factor in because we will be foraying into solar energy also.
Okay.
So we've got some expenditure planned for solar energy, and there is a difficulty with shipping to Europe and other places. So all that balanced out, I want to maintain 17%.
Okay, you want to maintain 17% margins. Got that. By the way, that's J&K India's listing. Pretty solid there, 56% higher. More on that in a bit. We'll talk in greater detail about that. But, okay. Okay, big moves coming into that stock. But Mr. Vijayakumar, last time you spoke about challenges in the European market. You're still talking about that. Is there any recovery there at all? And you also said the America business was quite soft because of strikes in the auto segment. Any recovery there?
America is maintaining. It's not going down, but it's definitely maintaining. It will improve. I expect to see a lot of improvement.
Okay, so exports as a percentage of your revenues was about 12%. Any plans to change that, take it higher over the next few years?
we've reached the last quarter, I think 16%.
Yeah, 16.
16%. So we should go to about 17 or 18%.
Okay. All right, Mr. Vijayakumar, what about the promoter entity? You know, you've mentioned in the past that, there was a family member that was selling shares, but you want the promoter entity to hold close to around 39 to 40% in the company. Do we expect some kind of action in this year? Will you be buying from the open market? Will there be a possible buyback where you don't participate? Could you tell us, is that likely to move up, promoter stake move up this year? And will there be a buyback?
It is likely to come up in the radar.
Buyback expected in FY25, is that correct?
26, I think we can legally go ahead.
With the buyback?
Yeah, I think the time, we have to have a gap of 1 year. So we expect to complete the rights issue by August, and that would allow us to go for a buyback next August.
So you'll have a rights issue that will take place, that gets over by August, and then next year you go for a buyback. Is that correct?
I'm sorry, not a rights issue. I'm talking about the preferential allotment that we did.
Right.
That will be completed in August.
Okay. And then, so this year that gets completed, and then in FY26 you'll be going in for a buyback, possibly, right?
Possibly, yes.
And your promoter stake will gradually start moving up towards the 39-40% target?
Correct.
Okay, just one more question from my end. RASL, that's the asset you were buying, and I think there were a couple of approvals that were pending. What is the latest update on that RASL asset?
Latest update is we've come out of all the legal tangles, but there are still some delays. We are in the driver's seat. We want to be designated the driver. So,
Okay, all right.
We've nominated directors in the board and all that, but it still has not been given recognition. So we're waiting for relays on the government side.
Okay, fair enough. Sir, thank you for stopping by, and hopefully over the next couple of weeks and months, we will see an improvement in the situation for you. There has been some recovery in this quarter. Hopefully that will continue.